The twin suns of planet Cytherea 4 beat down mercilessly over the jagged cliffs and molten rivers that scarred the landscape. Mercenaries and scavengers avoided this world, citing the deadly wildlife and violent sandstorms that could strip a person to bone within minutes. Yet, for Captain Jarek Voss, Cytherea 4 was just another mission, a rescue operation that, if successful, could earn him not only a substantial reward but also a reputation that would echo across the Outer Rim. Reports had reached the Confederation. A pregnant alien woman, Talira of the Nerati species, had been captured by the Zelka raiders during a supply run. Intelligence suggested she was carrying twins, the heirs of a minor but influential clan. The raiders intended to sell her to the highest bidder, and her children's survival was far from guaranteed. The Confederation wanted her back. Jarek landed his ship, the Iron Falcon, on a jagged plateau near the raiders' fortress. His crew, a small but loyal team of combat specialists, readied weapons and scanning equipment. The heat radiated through his armored suit as he surveyed the valley below, spotting patrols of Zelka guards moving with predatory precision. "Captain," said his second-in-command, Lyra Sen, a cybernetically enhanced scout, "we've got hostiles by the eastern ridge. I estimate 30 soldiers patrolling the perimeter." Yarek's eyes narrowed. "Good. That means the mother's probably deeper inside. No time to waste. We move in quiet, neutralize anyone in our path, and extract her before they even know we're here." Lyra raised an eyebrow. "Alone, you say? You always go alone." "I go where I'm needed most," Jarek replied, checking his energy rifle. "You cover the extraction zone." Inside the raider fortress, Talira huddled in a small, dimly lit cell. Her hands rested protectively on her rounded belly, glowing faintly with the bioluminescent energy that marked her species. The Nerati were known for their empathic abilities, able to sense and influence the emotions of those around them, a gift that made them both revered and hunted. Talira had fought to protect her unborn children from Zelka brutality, using her energy pulses to knock back guards, but exhaustion was taking its toll. Her thoughts wandered to the Confederation warriors rumored to be coming, especially one man, Jarek Voss, whose reputation for daring rescues had already reached her ears. She had to survive. Not just for herself, but for the twins she carried. Jarek and his team infiltrated the fortress with precision. The first wave of guards was taken out silently, incapacitated before they could raise an alarm. Yarek's skill with weapons and close combat was unparalleled. He moved with the efficiency of a predator, eliminating threats swiftly. Finally, he reached the inner cells. His scanners picked up a faint biosign, Talira. Her energy signature was weak, and the readings indicated she was under extreme duress. "Captain," Lyra whispered through comms, "we're approaching the extraction point. Any sign of the subject?" "Found her," Jarek murmured, scanning the cell locks. With a precise blast from his portable disruptor, the doors hissed open. Inside, Talira blinked against the sudden light, and when she saw him, relief washed over her face. You came," she whispered, voice strained but filled with gratitude. "Let's get you out of here," Jarek said, extending a hand. "We're not leaving until you're safe." The return trip to the ship was fraught with danger. Zelka reinforcements had been alerted, and squads of heavily armed raiders pursued them. Yarek's team fought valiantly, holding back wave after wave of attackers. Talira, despite her weakened state, aided with energy bursts, her bioluminescent powers striking fear into the raiders. When they finally reached the Iron Falcon, Talira collapsed into a secure medical chamber, exhausted. Jarek remained at her side, ensuring she was stabilized, monitoring vitals, and offering what comfort he could. "You've risked everything for me," Talira said weakly, tears brimming in her eyes. "Why?" Yarek's expression softened. "Because it's the right thing to do. No one deserves to be left behind, especially not you," not your children. Days later, in the safety of a remote Confederation base, Talera gave birth. The twins, a boy and a girl, emerged glowing faintly like miniature suns, their bioluminescent patterns unique to each child. Yarok had been present every step of the way, assisting with the birth and ensuring no harm came to mother or children. The moment the twins opened their eyes, something extraordinary happened. Both of them reached toward Yarok simultaneously, their tiny hands glowing, resonating with an instinctive recognition. "Father!" Talera whispered, astonished. Yarok crouched, extending his arms toward them. "I don't know if I'm their master," he admitted softly, but the children's focus was unwavering. They cooed and pressed against him, radiating an undeniable bond. It was not a connection of mere biology. The Nerati had an ancient tradition. Their offspring recognized not just genetic lineage but the protector who ensured their survival. By saving their mother, Yarok had earned their allegiance, a sacred and unbreakable bond. Over the next weeks, Yarok adapted to his new role. He trained the twins, not in combat, but in control and awareness of their powers. They were fast learners, their bioluminescent energy responding to his guidance, their empathy syncing with his presence. Talera watched in awe and relief, finally able to rest while knowing her children were safe and nurtured. Yet, threats remained. The Zelka raiders would not forget the humiliation of losing both a high-value captive and their fortress to a single human and a few Confederation soldiers. Intelligence reports warned that a counterattack was imminent. Yarok and Talera prepared, not just to defend the base, but to ensure the twins' bond with their protector remained unbroken, should battle come. When the raiders returned, the twins, still infants but already powerful, reacted instinctively. Their bioluminescent energy flared, creating shields and barriers that stunned the attackers. Yarok led the defense, coordinating human soldiers and guiding the children's abilities. The combined forces were overwhelming, and the Zelka were defeated decisively. Talera, witnessing her children recognize Yarok as their master in the heat of battle, finally understood the depth of the bond he had earned. He was no longer simply a rescuer, he was their guardian, their guide, and the center of their world. In the months that followed, the family settled into a rhythm. Yarok trained, Talera healed and taught, and the twins grew under their combined guidance. The Confederation honored Yarok for his bravery, but he cared little for accolades. His purpose was clear: protect this family, ensure their survival, and nurture the extraordinary bond formed in the fires of battle. The story of Yarok and the Nerati twins spread across nearby systems, a tale of heroism, loyalty, and the unbreakable bonds that can form across species. Legends told of the human who saved a pregnant alien woman and, through courage and compassion, became master to her children, earning their eternal trust. One quiet evening, aboard a starship traveling between systems, Talera watched the twins playing at Yarok's feet. Their laughter, glowing energy, and connection to him filled the cabin with warmth. She approached Yarok, placing her hand gently on his shoulder. "You didn't just save me," she said softly. "You saved them, and became their master in the process." Yarok smiled, lifting the twins into his arms. "We saved each other," he said. "And now we have a family, one no one can touch." The twins cooed in response, their small hands glowing as they reached toward him, reaffirming the bond that had been forged in battle, in courage, and in unwavering trust. For Yarok, Talera, and the Nerati twins, the galaxy no longer mattered. They had found safety, loyalty, and love in one another. And as they traveled together, facing dangers and wonders alike, one truth remained clear: no force in the galaxy could sever the bond between a man who risked everything, a mother he saved, and the children who recognized him as their master.